Hi guys, welcome to freaking Jeep, and this is what I'm working on today in between rainstorms. Every time I get everything out, then it turns and starts to rain. I got to put everything away real quick. Then the sun just came back out, so I'm back out working on it. I'm making these things here is what I'm making. I'm hoping that you're in there. That'll go, is what this will do. It's kind of like this, and there's a mirrored image on this way. This will go over the can't think of, carriage frame, and then at the bottom of it I'm going to put a little piece of this on there because I don't have anything sweeping the sawdust off. That's what that's for, sweeps I guess, or something like that. I'm hoping, I think you might have been in there to see that. It's at the bottom of there. So, you know, it took me this little bit, not this, this is stuff I had laying around just to kind of see if it worked. The bolts are, these bolts here are 8 inches. Somewhere around there, I got some 7-inch ones, and 7 inches are too short. And the 8-inch ones, I guess I don't have a tape here, leave too much on that I don't care for. Of course, I can't find a tape measure when I need it, and I'm always prepared. Oh well, you guys are used to that by now. Anyhow, it leaves too much of the bolt off, so I think I'm gonna go to McMaster and order 7.5-inch ones. These are grade lead, so they don't have, not that it's gonna make any difference. This prototype one I made, this is 3/8 by 1.5, which is what this is. There's another one that was pre-made. I'm gonna go to 1/4 inch. I think for holding sweeps, 1/4 inch ought to be good enough. Because I don't know what that noise was. Just think it'll be enough. Now to give you an idea, this little bit of steel here, I think I said in a past video, I think it was $128. But man, I'll tell you what, my arms wore out from sawing all these. I've been sawing for 2 years now on these. Now, I got a bandsaw down in one of the other sheds that I've done it, but you still have to clean up the edges. I'll show you what I do with that, just to give you an idea how long it takes or what it takes or that kind of stuff. Put some mittens on, best thing to do. But I really should have something on my sleeves because it hurts you. So I got a few over here left to do. I've been working on that. Like I said, every time it starts to get to clear out, then it starts to rain. There ain't much going on over here. I mean, you guys all seen a grinder, but that's where I'm going. I haven't made a video in a while because I've been doing other stuff. It's been raining. That's why I haven't done a video in a while. So it's got little knobbies on there from sawing. So I just kind of go. That also kind of puts a little radius on the end. I think maybe you can see that little knobby right there. Then just wire brush the heck out of them. And sometimes you get it all, and sometimes you don't. That one didn't get it all. The humidity's been so high, you get a lot of, you can see the surface rust in there. Kind of have to maybe wire brush them before I paint them. I think you can maybe see that little, there's just a little where the saw drop, it saws and then when it drops, it leaves that little hoo-diggy there. Here you can see the rust that I'm talking about. I think you can see that. I'm not sure. You can kind of go like that, but that doesn't get it off too good. So I might have to wire brush them. Can't feel what I got going on with all these mittens on. So that's what it takes. Then after I get these all done, which I only got one more, might as well do the last one, then I'm done with it. And don't know how many I'll get on the sawmill. I don't have enough to do the whole job. Then you got to get these flat pieces, and I think you can probably see that little edge there. I'm hoping that you can see that in there. I hope I'm showing it to you. So I got to do all these too. These will, you know, they. I should probably go like that also. There's still a little bit, I know you can't see it, but there's a little bit of edge there. And I'm just not going to care about that. Got a million to do. Then let's see, what else did I do? I know you guys saw the pterodactyl out there, or pterodactyl, wrong thing. My big wheel out there when I was pressure washing the back of the house. And it turned out pretty good, but we turned off the machine and I said, well, I'll catch it when I get back up the other part. And we blew the hose out. I don't know what caused that to go out. Then I cut the end off. I was going to try to save it, but I don't think I can save it. And I'm going to take the other end of this. I cut it off. I'm going to take it into a local hydraulic shop that makes ends and see if they can't put a end on that. Just thread it in so I can buy one of these put on there. Might not be worth it. It probably cost me $25. You can buy a hose for, I guess, about 50 bucks. I don't know what the PSI rating on this is. 4,500. 4,500. I'm looking at it over here and you guys can't see a thing. 4,500 3/8 OEM. This is a DeWalt. So I cut that off, and so I'm working on that a little bit. Got some other things I want to pressure wash. But I do have another pressure washer hose, which is hooked up right now. It's one that I've had since in the 80s. Yeah, since the late 80s. So that I'm working on that. Then I bought a we went out last night and I bought a fingernail clipper. I got this fingernail clipper and it works pretty good. I trimmed a bush today. I'm going to work on it more down there. It goes half wide open, and if you press the mode, then it goes all the way open, I think, yeah. So you can get a bigger limb, the size of your finger. Boy, that could, if they had that in the medieval days, it would have sure saved a lot of work on cutting fingers off, wouldn't it, when they're torturing somebody. Anyhow, let's see, we'll put it in, and this thing, we'll turn it off before we get near it. The cap goes on, I like that. The only thing I'm going to do is right top on there. So, because it seems like it won't go on two ways, but it'll go on that way, and I keep too stupid to know which way's the top. I guess Milwaukee's up, but you know, you can't see Milwaukee when you're doing it fast. What else am I working on? I got that. I trimmed a tree. I squished some cans. Played down at the garden. So that's about it. If you are familiar with the weather here, I'll put this video on tonight. It is a mess with these trees dropping all sorts of stuff. There's other stuff in here too. Actually, that's a bunch of bird food. But the trees, I blow this off constantly. And so it's a mess. But you can see all the water and wet down there. Uh-oh, clouds are coming in again. Every time I get started. Now, another thing I got going on, if I don't have enough, remember me putting that green lid on that? I guess you guys can see it. So we were planning on putting a wooden one on. So I got this wooden bowl. I turned this on the lathe. Yeah, that's the ticket. I turned that on the lathe. Well, I got that up at some restore. We go to the restore a lot and get junk, and I think the wife got that for $3, $3.50. Real nice bowl. So we're gonna put that up there and figure a way to attach it. Working on that. So that's kind of some of the stuff I'm coming on, but I won't bring that big wheel out until the weather dries out a little bit. So if you wonder why I haven't had a video in a while, that is why. But I didn't put one on last night. So it's been raining. I got, I think, 6 logs up on the mill in the back to saw right now. And some guy was interested in having a big log sawed on the new mill. So that's kind of why I'm trying to get this going. They still got to have all the holes drilled in them. And there's a left and a right. So on this side of the wheel and this side of the wheel. I'm thinking about coming up with some other goofy stuff with them too to clean. That's to clean the track, but it doesn't clean the wheels off. If it gets what I have in the old little mill in the back, I made some kind of goofy scrapers years ago that actually don't work too bad, but when you get the sticky wood in there, stuff that's got tackiness to it, it sits together and starts to make the wheel a larger diameter and change everything and stuff like that. And I doing this kind of because when I sawed that big poplar, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, I noticed that there was just so much debris on there. There's a couple of reasons. Some of it's my fault. When Frick made that, where the track sits, they didn't make it very wide, so the sawdust would fall off it pretty easy. But mine are 5 inches wide, so it can pile up a lot easier, a lot quicker. So trying to do something. I know that I think that I got 12 axles on that mill down there. I have to go look. In fact, you guys could look in the pictures and count them for me somewhere along. I think there's 12 axles. You need 2 of these, or 4 of these actually per axle. So you need 48, and I only have 27. So I might just put them every other axle, or put them on all the fronts. Maybe I'll leave the very end ones out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Just wing it. Put, maybe every other one. I'm sure that every other one would probably be fine. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. Or maybe more on the front side where it's more critical when you're coming into it. Maybe put all on the front side and then stagger the back side when it goes back, so because you're going to have a lot less sawdust going back. That doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. I might do that now that I'm thinking about it. That's one of the reasons I never get anything done, because I try to overthink things. But now that I think about that, okay, the sawdust coming up, so if it scrapes the wheel right before it comes up, it should be clean through its sawdust, and then half as many coming back. I'm also working on track oiler. I've been on McMaster Carr all day looking at this and looking at that, and I think I found a goofy little oiler that I like. That it's going to be a setup like you guys ain't never seen before, but I do that all the time. Do goofy stuff that ain't nobody. That thing's shining at me. Come up with ideas. Basically, in the little mill in the back, I put oil on the track, or you'll see me sometimes oil the wheels. And if you oil the wheels when there's sticky wood on there, or when there's any kind of wood, it keeps the sawdust from sticking to it, and it might squish out easier or something like that. So I thought on this one to put a tank on the front and tank on the back. When we built the carriage, I don't know how many years ago, and so it can hold a couple gallons of oil in the front and the back, and it's just part of the cross member. It's real big. It's a 8-inch tall cross member, and I think it's Jeff is a pretty good welder, so I think it's probably liquid tight. Fill that up, have a pipe thread coming out, and go to the front and back to keep the track oiled. Also keeps the track from rusting. I got rust now. See this rust on these? You guys can't see it, I don't think. But this is from condensate. It's not from it getting wet. It's from the humidity in the air. And like this one here, it's all covered with rust. This one actually's got signs of being bent. Nah. Anyhow, that's what that is. So I'm working on that. Those little oilers are, I don't know, by the time I get them, probably about $75 a piece. I need 4 of them, front and back of the carriage, near and far. But if they do what I want it to do, then I'll be happy. But I like to just get the little brush with the oiler. I don't need all the drip stuff. I'm just going to turn the oil on. I have, I'll show you what I got here. A lot of they're little gate valves. I probably won't be able to find one. Here's one. Of course, you can't turn it. Yeah, I can turn it. So I'll come out of the. Oh, it's not turning. It's just the knob turn. These are little. I'm guessing that's probably. I don't. It might be 1/4 inch, and those pipes are 3/8. But I have a bunch of these sitting around, and it's a needle seat in there, so it'll come out of the thing with a 90, maybe make a street elbow, or probably should go like that, because then it's going to come out of here and go to the front and the back. So I'll look at it a little bit before I order it anyhow. So I just need 2 of those. Then you can open it up. But this thing, they have dripper, a glass sight so you can adjust the drip. And I don't really care. I'm just going to be putting old oil in it just to keep the track from rusting, keep the wood from sticking. So anyhow, that's about it. I'm going to put this one on tonight. If you made it this far, how's the weather in your location? We have been nothing but rain. Rain Saturday, rain Sunday. Today's rain Monday. Today's Tuesday, on and off rain. And they're calling for rain the rest of the week. So I'm probably every other night put a video on. I think I got maybe 1 or 2 more videos banked that I'll put on, try to get you guys. Thursday is go up to Mark Galici's and watch him sawing his Friday Eve saw. They might not have one because I think they went up to an outing at Pete's. We usually talk, but my phone is messing up. I guess you guys know because I'm not seeing any shorts, which I can show you my shorts. Don't think you want to do that. But anyhow, that's what's going on. We'll wrap this one up. Put this on tonight. Going out to dinner tonight, so it might be late. And I've jabbered enough anyway. So we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye now.